In the quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled amidst rolling hills and meandering streams, lived a man named Jonathan, who, for all his accomplishments and worldly success, carried a burden within his heart. He had always wanted someone to love him, not for his wealth or his status, but for the person he truly was. In his luxurious mansion at the edge of town, surrounded by opulence, he often found himself longing for something he couldn't quite define. Jonathan's days were filled with meetings, deals, and endless responsibilities. His evenings, however, were starkly different. They were spent gazing at the stars through the expansive windows of his mansion, seeking solace in the night sky, the only constant in his life. With every passing day, the yearning within him grew stronger. He often took long walks through the town, hoping to find a connection that had eluded him for so long. Willowbrook was a place where neighbours knew one another, where warmth and camaraderie were part of daily life. But for Jonathan, this sense of belonging remained elusive. As he walked the cobbled streets, he observed couples strolling hand in hand, children laughing, and friends sharing stories over coffee. One crisp autumn evening, while wandering through the town square, Jonathan came across a small cafe with a cosy ambience. The inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafted through the air, drawing him in. Inside, he noticed an elderly couple sitting at a corner table, their wrinkled hands intertwined, and their eyes filled with a love that had stood the test of time. The sight touched his heart, a poignant reminder of what he had always longed for. As he sipped his coffee and observed the world around him, he saw a group of friends at a nearby table. Their laughter was infectious, and their happiness was undeniable. Jonathan's gaze lingered on a woman with a radiant smile, a poet's soul, and a twinkle in her eyes. He couldn't help but be captivated by her presence. Unbeknownst to him, a similar feeling was growing within the heart of the woman he observed. Her name was Emily, a writer who had moved to Willowbrook in search of inspiration for her next novel. The moment their eyes met, an unspoken connection forged between them, a connection that would set the course of their lives on a new trajectory. Life has a curious way of weaving unexpected stories. Jonathan continued to frequent the quaint cafe in Willowbrook, where Emily would often be sitting writing. He found himself more drawn to Emily with each passing day. Though they had not yet exchanged a single word, their eyes had spoken volumes, and the silent connection between them was undeniable. One evening, as Jonathan sat alone at his regular table, engrossed in thoughts of the woman who had unknowingly captured his heart, fate decided to intervene. A sudden rainstorm descended upon Willowbrook, catching Jonathan off guard. He watched as Emily hurriedly gathered her belongings, her once joyful face now clouded with frustration at the unpredictable weather. Seizing the opportunity, Jonathan approached her with a gallant smile and offered his umbrella. Emily, surprised by the gesture, accepted it gratefully. Their first conversation was short, but filled with the promise of something more profound. Emily introduced herself, and Jonathan did the same, sharing his name and a glimpse of his life as a local businessman. The rain intensified, and the pair found themselves huddled under the small umbrella, seeking shelter on the cafe's covered porch. As the raindrops danced around them, they shared stories, dreams, and aspirations. Jonathan's longing for someone to love him was laid bare, and Emily confessed that her move to Willowbrook was driven by a desire to find inspiration, not only for her novel, but also for her life. Their connection deepened that evening, and neither of them could deny the magnetic pull drawing them closer. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, despite the vast differences in their lives. Jonathan's opulent world collided with Emily's creative spirit, creating a unique blend of love and longing. In the days that followed, they continued to meet at the cafe, exploring their newfound connection. Jonathan found himself experiencing moments of joy, warmth, and companionship he had never known before. His lonely heart was slowly beginning to mend, and the world was no longer a desolate place. As for Emily, the town of Willowbrook had indeed given her the inspiration she had sought for her novel, but it had also given her something far more precious, a chance at love. The man who had always wanted someone to love him, she thought to herself, had found that someone in me, and she had found in him a love that went beyond her wildest dreams. The days turned into weeks, and Jonathan and Emily's connection continued to grow, deepening into something more profound than either of them had ever experienced. They spent countless hours together, sharing their hopes, dreams, and fears, forging a bond that seemed destined by the universe itself. Jonathan's mansion, once a lonely and silent refuge, began to echo with laughter and the sweet melodies of love. He introduced Emily to his world, but it was not the grandeur of his estate that captivated her. It was the genuine, kind-hearted man behind it all. She soon realized that her longing for someone to love her had been fulfilled in the most unexpected way. As for Jonathan, the beauty of Emily's creative mind and her zest for life breathed new vitality into his existence. He found himself looking forward to each day, eager to be in her presence, to hear her laughter, and to bask in her warmth. The woman he had observed from a distance had now become the center of his world. One fateful evening, under the canopy of stars that Jonathan had so often sought solace in, he knelt before Emily and presented her with a diamond engagement ring. As he looked into her eyes and declared his love, he said, "I wanted someone to love me, and you came into my life like a shooting star, illuminating the darkness and filling it with your brilliance." Emily, with tears of joy in her eyes, accepted his proposal with a heart full of love. The whispers of love that had grown into a melodious symphony between them had finally found their voice, declaring to the world that true love could bridge any divide. Jonathan and Emily's engagement marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. They had found love in each other's arms, and now they were determined to build a future together, one that merged their two worlds into a harmonious whole. As they set out to plan their wedding, they faced the challenges that came with blending their different lifestyles and backgrounds. Jonathan's opulent world demanded grandeur and extravagance, while Emily's more modest upbringing had instilled in her an appreciation for simplicity and authenticity. To honor both of their values, they decided on a wedding that would reflect their unique love story. They chose to exchange vows in a beautiful garden in Willowbrook, a place that held sentimental value for both of them. The lush, natural setting symbolized their love's purity and the beauty they saw in each other. The wedding day arrived, bathed in golden sunlight and the gentle rustling of leaves in the garden. Jonathan, dashing in his tuxedo, waited eagerly for his bride. Emily, resplendent in a simple yet elegant wedding dress, walked down the aisle to the sweet melody of a string quartet. The look of love and joy on their faces was undeniable, and it was clear to everyone in attendance that their love was genuine and unbreakable. The vows they exchanged were filled with promises of understanding, compromise, and unwavering love. It was a commitment to bridge their worlds and to cherish the differences that made their love unique. Their friends and family, now united in their happiness, showered the newlyweds with well wishes and applause as they sealed their love with a kiss. The reception that followed was a perfect blend of opulence and authenticity. Guests from all walks of life celebrated the union of Jonathan and Emily, and the diversity in the room symbolized the coming together of two worlds. The night was filled with laughter, dancing, and heartfelt toasts, all of which reaffirmed the power of love to overcome differences and unite hearts. As the evening came to a close, and the last notes of the music faded into the night, Jonathan and Emily stole a quiet moment in the garden. With their fingers entwined, they looked up at the stars, a constant reminder of the universe's role in bringing them together. In that moment, they knew that the journey of building their dreams together had only just begun. Jonathan and Emily's life together was an adventure filled with discovery. Their love had brought them together, but it was their willingness to embrace each other's worlds that made their journey unique and fulfilling. The couple continued to divide their time between Jonathan's opulent mansion and Emily's cozy cottage, finding inspiration in the contrasts of their surroundings. They learned to appreciate the simplicity of a homemade meal and the grandeur of a gala event. They discovered that love wasn't about changing who they were, but about evolving together, growing and learning as a couple. Jonathan's business acumen and Emily's creative spirit formed a dynamic partnership that led to exciting new ventures. They established a charity foundation that supported local artists and underserved communities in Willowbrook. Their philanthropic work not only brought positive change to the town, but also strengthened their bond, as they pursued a shared vision of making the world a better place. The couple's love continued to deepen as they embarked on adventures together. They traveled the world, exploring new cultures and experiences. They climbed mountains, strolled through bustling markets, and sailed across turquoise seas, savoring the beauty of life's diversity. Through each adventure, they discovered the wonders of the world and the wonder of being together. Emily's dream of becoming a published author also became a reality, thanks to the unwavering support of Jonathan, who encouraged her to pursue her passion. Her first novel, inspired by the love they had found in Willowbrook, touched the hearts of readers worldwide. The book's success not only fulfilled Emily's dreams, but also allowed her to touch the lives of others with her words. As the years passed, Jonathan and Emily's love remained as strong as ever. Their journey was a testament to the power of love to transform lives, to bridge gaps, and to make two worlds become one. They were living proof that when you find someone to love you, your heart becomes a home, and life becomes a beautiful, ever-unfolding story. Life, like love, is ever-changing, marked by seasons of joy, challenges, and growth. For Jonathan and Emily, each passing year brought with it new experiences, tests, and moments of profound connection. As the seasons shifted in Willowbrook, so did their love. Spring brought renewal and new beginnings. The couple decided to expand their family, welcoming a beautiful daughter into their lives. The birth of their child was a testament to the love that had bloomed between them, and was now flourishing in the form of their precious offspring. Summer was a season of adventure. Jonathan and Emily continued their tradition of exploring new horizons, but this time with their little one in tow. They watched as their daughter marveled at the wonders of the world, discovering the joy of a child's first steps and the laughter that only a parent could understand. Autumn, with its vibrant colors and falling leaves, symbolized the changes in their lives. They faced challenges as a family, learning to balance the demands of parenthood with their careers and the desire to nurture their love. There were sleepless nights, moments of doubt, and times when they had to lean on each other for support. Winter, with its crisp air and cozy nights by the fire, was a time for reflection and strengthening their bond. The couple realized that love was not just about grand gestures, but also about the small, everyday acts of kindness. They found comfort in the quiet moments, the shared laughter, and the reassurance of being together through life's storms. Through these seasons, Jonathan and Emily's love continued to evolve. They celebrated each other's achievements and provided a shoulder to lean on during moments of vulnerability. Their love was a constant, a reassuring presence in a world that was forever changing. Their daughter grew, nurtured by the love that surrounded her. She learned about the beauty of their love story, understanding that her parents had come from different worlds but had chosen to create a world of their own, where love was the guiding force. As the years went by, the couple knew that their love was like the seasons, constantly changing yet always present. Their journey together had become a beautiful tapestry of shared experiences, laughter, tears, and unwavering support. It was a love that had weathered the changing seasons of life and emerged even stronger, reminding them that love was not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Time is a mysterious dance, with each moment fleeting, yet eternal. Jonathan and Emily continued to cherish their love, knowing that time was both their ally and their foe. Their journey had brought them to a point where they were no longer two individuals, but one intertwined soul. They celebrated anniversaries with grand parties, surrounded by family and friends who had witnessed their love story from the beginning. These gatherings were a testament to the enduring power of love, a reminder that even as time passed, their bond grew deeper and more profound. As their daughter grew into a young woman, she too fell in love, and the cycle of life continued. Jonathan and Emily had the privilege of guiding their child through the complexities of love, sharing the wisdom they had gained from their own journey. They also continued to give back to the community that had brought them together. Their charity foundation had grown and flourished, supporting numerous causes that touched the lives of many. They understood that love extended beyond their relationship. It was a force that had the power to create positive change in the world. Despite the wrinkles that time etched on their faces and the silver strands that appeared in their hair, Jonathan and Emily's love remained as vibrant as ever. They danced through the seasons of life, embracing each moment and finding beauty in the passing of time. In their golden years, they walked hand in hand through the town of Willowbrook, the place where their love had first bloomed. The town had changed, and so had they. But their love remained a constant, a source of strength and solace. They knew that time was a precious gift, and they had used it to create a love story that had inspired others and left an indelible mark on the world. As they watched the sun set over the town they loved, they whispered to each other, "I wanted someone to love me, and I found you. Our love is a timeless masterpiece, written by the universe." As the years continued to pass, Jonathan and Emily's daughter had married and started a family of her own, carrying with her the values of love, unity, and perseverance that she had learned from her parents. Jonathan and Emily reveled in the joy of their growing family. They watched as their grandchildren played in the same garden where they had exchanged their vows. It was in the laughter of their grandchildren that they found a reflection of their own youthful love, a love that had stood the test of time. Jonathan and Emily had shown that love extended beyond the confines of a relationship. It had the power to transform not only individual lives but entire communities. The town of Willowbrook had also grown and changed, yet it remained a place of warmth and welcome. The townspeople still spoke of Jonathan and Emily's love story with reverence, a story that had touched their lives and served as a reminder that love could overcome any obstacle. Their love was not just a feeling, but a conscious choice, a choice to stand by each other, to understand, and to keep the flames of their love burning, even in the darkest of times. Jonathan and Emily had aged gracefully, their love enduring the trials and tribulations of time. They had seen their fair share of joys and sorrows, yet their commitment to each other had never wavered. Their days were filled with shared memories and the simple pleasures of togetherness. They often sat on their porch, hand in hand, watching the sunset cast a warm golden hue over the town of Willowbrook. As the years had passed, the couple had faced the inevitable challenges of aging, but they had faced them together, their love providing the strength to overcome obstacles. They had cared for each other through illness, comforted each other through loss, and celebrated the small victories that came with each new day. Their children, now adults with families of their own, looked to Jonathan and Emily as the embodiment of a lasting love. They had learned from their parents that love was not just an emotion but a commitment, a promise to stand by each other through life's twists and turns. Their love was a language all its own, a melody that had been composed over the course of a lifetime. One evening, as they sat on their porch, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky, Jonathan turned to Emily and said, "Our love has been a journey, a story written in the chapters of time. It has been a testament to the power of two souls bound by a promise of love." Emily smiled, her eyes filled with a lifetime of memories. She replied, "Yes, my love, and our story will continue to be told in the hearts of those we've touched. Our love is eternal, a promise that goes beyond the limitations of time." And as they held each other's hands, the town of Willowbrook slept beneath the same stars that had witnessed their love stories beginning, continuing to tell the tale of a love that had transcended the boundaries of age, a love that had become an eternal promise. The final chapter of Jonathan and Emily's love story had arrived, as it must for all tales of human existence. They had spent a lifetime together, a love story that had endured the tests of time, and now they faced their most profound journey. The passing years had brought with them the wisdom that only age could provide. Their love had mellowed into a deep, abiding affection that transcended words. Every glance, every touch, spoke volumes, carrying the weight of a lifetime of shared experiences. Jonathan's health had declined, and Emily had become his steadfast caregiver, but their commitment remained unwavering. Emily cared for him with the tenderness of a lifetime of love, a love that had been tested and had emerged stronger. Their children and grandchildren surrounded them, offering support and love in their final days. The family had learned from Jonathan and Emily that love was not just a fleeting emotion but a promise to be there for one another, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. As Jonathan lay in his bed, Emily by his side, he whispered, "I wanted someone to love me, and you came into my life, bringing with you a love that has filled every corner of my heart. Emily, with tears in her eyes, replied, "And I wanted someone to love me, and you gave me a love that transcends time and space. Our love is the greatest gift I have ever received." In their final moments together, they held each other's hands, their love an unbreakable bond. Jonathan closed his eyes, knowing that their love story, though ending in this world, would continue in a place where time held no dominion. As he took his last breaths, he did so with the knowledge that love's final chapter was not the end, but a transition, a continuation of a love that was eternal. Their love story would be told in the hearts of those they had touched, a reminder that love was the most enduring force in the universe. And so, the final chapter of Jonathan and Emily's love story closed, but their love lived on, a testament to the power of a promise made in the heart, a promise that transcended time and space, and a love that was truly eternal. Thank you for staying with us and listening to our story. I enjoyed writing a love story. It would be great if you could like and subscribe to the channel, and also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have an enjoyable and enlightening time, and we hope to see you again.